Hello, Ryan here with another episode of Try My Darling. And I'm super excited about this one because I am going to be playing one of my favorite games ever, which is the original Metal Slug. And this is part of the NEO-GEO arcade archives on Switch that are brought to us by Hamster and SNK. And so you can see here we have the the usual modes that these games come with. If you're not familiar, the high score mode is like you have a set amount of credits, the difficulty level set, and you just try to do the best you can and get a high score, which is uploaded to online rankings. And the caravan mode, I'm not actually sure how that works in Metal Slug. Let's go ahead and start by checking that out. So it's a 5-minute period. All right. Let's see, size. Okay. So I guess let's go ahead and give this a go. Wow, it gets you started right away. So, yeah, so once you pause the game, you can't actually return to it. You have to either go back to the title screen or restart. So let's just go back to the title screen. You can kind of get an idea. It's a 5-minute test, but I'm just gonna play the regular game because I wanna tweak some settings and have a more comfortable and less stressful experience. So this game was released in 1996 by a company called NEO-GEO, who also made the incredible golf game Neo Turf Masters for the NEO-GEO hardware. So I'm going to adjust some settings here. These are the same kind of settings you can adjust in all of these arcade archives. I like to display the wider screen, which gives you a little bit of extra viewing area there. And then I've been turning off the screen filters. You can kind of see how the default is a little blurry, and I just prefer having it turned off, even though it's more pixely and you can really see it on the on a high res display, but I still kind of prefer it. There's also like some other cool stuff, like I don't mind the scan lines, but again, you're kind of dealing with a layer of like blur there. So I'm just gonna go with the filter off, and then game settings, I'm going to, I'm not ashamed, I'm going to make this very easy for me. I'm going to put continues on, 99 lives, put that difficulty down to level 1. I guess even though I don't like having the credits and, difficulty level displayed on there, just to kind of clear up the HUD there. So yeah, this is not a super hardcore high skill run. As much as I love these Metal Slug games, I'm not great at them, so I don't mind at all dropping those settings, and I love that you have that opportunity to make the game a little easier for yourself. So So there's not much to the controls and the difficulty. The controls here. You only have a few. This is essentially a run and gun series. So something I really like about the original Metal Slug and why it's my favorite game in the series is because it is it's the first game, and it's kind of just a really straightforward experience. Later games would become much longer and they would have you know, more like more vehicles, more like mutators. You can get turned into a zombie. You can overeat food, and your character gets really big, and you move slowly, and stuff like that, which are cool, and it's a way to keep the series fresh. But I sort of just love like the purity of the original game here.
Laying shot. Thank you. Heavy machine gun.
My invitation to the King of Fighters tournament. See, there's a lot going on the screen here, which inevitably leads to some slowdown. It's, you know, it's not ideal, but it's, you know, it's part of the game. It's something I sort of associate with the game in the series. Apparently the slowdown in the second Metal Slug game was so bad that they re-released it, trying to fix some of that under... they re-released it as Metal Slug X. I think that was primarily due to the slowdown. I'm not totally sure on that. It could have been some other glitches and stuff as well. This is such a cool, pretty waterfall. I love it. You know, this game came out in 1996, so... you know, just for like context, this is the same year, you know, Mario 64 is already out, the original Resident Evil is out. We're, you know, just a year away from Final Fantasy VII and GoldenEye and stuff, but this game, despite all of the moves towards 3D, this game stayed focused on 2D, and it ended up being one of the, you know, kind of best looking games ever in 2D, and I think it actually holds up visually and mechanically a lot more than a lot of the big 3D games of that era. So, it was pretty solid. Managed to beat that first mission without losing a life, I think. You know, granted, I am on difficulty level 1, and I do have 99 lives, just in case. But, yeah, the game definitely starts to get trickier really soon here. I don't remember if I can crawl under these. I think so, yeah. It's a little safer, I think, than trying to jump over them. So I'm playing using the Pro Controller on the Switch, using the analog stick to control my character rather than the D-pad, and yeah, it works really well. Like, it feels really good. I'm not having any issues with the controls at all.
Rocket launcher.
I love the animation of the enemies in this game, like the way they like hold their noses as they dive in. to the water when their ship's sinking. Oh! He cut me. He cut me good. Really slow-moving projectile. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of Metal Slug sequels. I mean, there's like 7 proper games. I guess 8 if you count Metal Slug 2 and Metal Slug X as separate, but and they're all good. They're all worth playing. But I think this one just got so much right on the first try that like you really can, I think, just play this one and get kind of the quintessential Metal Slug experience, even though 3 has a lot of fans, and I like that game a lot too. But you know, if I'm gonna play a Metal Slug game and I just feel like kind of zoning out and just enjoying, or if I'm introducing the series to someone and playing co-op, I prefer just to go to the first one here. Alright, lost a couple lives that run, but not too bad. Still have 96 to go, and Unlimited continues, so I think I'll be fine through the rest of the game. I believe there are 6 missions in this game. I'm not entirely sure if it's 5, 6, or 7. I think 6. Ooh. I was sleeping on the job there. I did not even see that shot. And there's that King of Fighters invitation once again. That's not. I don't think that's really what it is. But you never know, though, with you know, the way that SNK tends to you know, cross over their various franchises. And there are. Oh no, that was a really bad jump. It wasn't really a jump. It was a fall. It was a really bad fall. But there have been characters from Metal Slug making cameos, or I don't remember if there's any playable. Oh, actually now I think I'm getting some facts mixed up here. Because I know there's characters from Ikari Warriors that appear in some SNK fighters. Like King of Fighters and stuff, but actually I don't know if any Metal Slug characters here. That's something a quick Google search could probably tell me, but I think I was thinking of the Ikari Warriors characters. Ikari Warriors was an SNK shooter series from the 80s, and pretty fun top-down shooter games. I think the series is kind of infamous, though, because of some some pretty poor NES ports, specifically of the first game, I believe. It's possible to get stuck in certain moments and have to like just shut the game off, which is not good. As far as NES SNK shooters go, I actually prefer. Oh, I love that giant sprite there as he flew into the screen. I actually prefer Guerrilla War. I haven't played it in a long time, but I love that game as a kid. And it's also got like a pretty interesting plot and cast of characters as well. That's definitely one to look into. There was an arcade port of Guerrilla War that came to, I believe it came to PSP a few years ago, and it was part of the like PSP minis when SNK was doing some of those, and they did like POW, and I think that's where Psycho Soldier showed up too, but in the PSP minis version is cool of Guerrilla War, but it's like a really small viewing area due to the nature of the like vertical mode of the arcade game, so it's not great in that way. So I think if you want to play like a home version, I guess, like non-arcade version of Guerrilla War, I think the NES version probably still holds up. I'm not totally sure. It might be really bad, and this might be my memories from as a kid, but I like that game a lot.
Mission complete.
So I'm like potentially halfway through the game here.
Mission 4.
I think I'll probably just play through it to the end. Because why not? Like I'd probably be doing this anyways. So yeah, the game isn't, I don't remember if I mentioned this at the start of the video, the game isn't up on the North American eShop. It might be showing up tomorrow on Thursday, provided you're listening to this like right when I put it up, but it did, like right now, today's Wednesday, and it did pop up on the, ouch, got cut. The Japanese eShop just a little bit ago, and that's where I bought it from. Yikes. These knife guys are maniacs. But yeah, when you buy these NEO-GEO arcade archives, you get, even if you buy them on the Japanese eShop, you still get the same version that you'd get when you were buying it on the North American eShop. So you get, they automatically come with both the Japanese and North American versions of the game. So there's really, if you have that Japanese account, they come out there a little bit earlier, so there's really no reason not to. Oh my god, these knife guys are more deadly than tanks. I'm not even going to mess with these big tanks up here. So they just keep coming. Wow, I've lost a lot of lives here. This is where those 99 lives start to come in handy. The first few levels are a cakewalk, and then it's a little trickier. It's nice I'm not stuck with like 3 lives and having to use put in a quarter every time I want to continue. That that could get pricey with these games. So something else, like I really love these NEO-GEO arcade archives. Like I love them on PS4. I bought a bunch of them there, and you know I've been actually rebuying a lot of them on Switch, and I've also been buying on PS4. I kind of just bought the games I knew and loved, but I've been kind of buying everything on Switch. I mean, partially because I'm a big Nintendo fanboy and I love the system, but it's actually really cool playing these games on Switch because, I mean, there's the obvious, playing it on the TV and being able to play it in portable mode, but also I really like tabletop mode for these games, and it actually works really well. So the other day, in our apartment, in our condo, that my wife and I own, we have like a sunroom that we use as like a book room, like a library, and we have a couple chairs out there, and we have the cat tree for our kittens. And, it's nice to kind of open the windows and just sit out there. The weather's been pretty good. So the other day, I brought my Switch out and, put it in tabletop mode and booted up Neo Turf Masters. And my wife Lindsay and I just hung out there with the cats in the sunroom and used the Joy-Cons to play some match play in Neo Turf Masters. And it's really nice because we don't have a TV or anything out there, and we don't have any intention of putting a TV out there, but it's nice to we just put the Switch in portable mode on a bookshelf out there, and we're able to play some golf, play a few holes. And I think these, I've said this, if you listen to the Nintendo Fun Club podcast, I've said this a few times on here, but I think these NEO-GEO games are so perfect for that tabletop mode, because the sprites are big, the games are pretty simple, and so it's really easy to kind of see what's going on and knowing what to do, and you can play them really easily with just the tiny Joy-Cons. NEO-GEO games only have four face buttons that you use, even King of Fighters. It's it's not like Street Fighter that has 6 buttons you need to use, so you can just use, all you need is a stick and a 4 buttons, so the Joy-Cons work really well. And yeah, these games in tabletop mode are just awesome. I can totally imagine taking a Switch to a bar or a coffee shop or something, and playing some Metal Slug or King of Fighters or Neo Turf Masters or whatever with a friend, and that's really cool. I'm not gonna make the King of Fighters invitation joke again, just in case you were waiting for that. This is a busy screen of bad guys here. Still got 78 lives to go. Still doing alright. Uh-oh. Well, the puppies are running away. Oh, because there's a big awful tank. I will save you, puppies. This boss, the way that it's like a vehicle that rises up on like hydraulic stilts or whatever, it reminds me a lot of that boss in Gunstar Heroes, the Genesis and I guess slash 3DS game. You fight a boss like that you can like go under and everything. All right, final mission.
Start.
I don't know what this dude's doing down here. Guess he was camouflaged. But man, yeah, these soldiers are just, they're so animated. Like, there's just so much love that went into this game. Like, just gave it so much character. Oh my god, this is crazy. Really need to rescue this kitty. Okay. I was waiting for a safe moment to go rescue that kitty, but I sacrificed myself in the process. But that's okay. Cats only have 9 lives. I have 70 to go. So here's the proverbial torrent mounting section that appears in, you know, every modern video game. I feel like you're always mounting a turret. Yeah, I actually think it's like the turret is more powerful, but it's a little easier for me to aim with just my regular gun, but I need that extra firepower. If I had like a heavy machine gun or a rocket launcher or something, I probably wouldn't even be using the turret right now. It's still bothering me. I can't remember. I can't seem to place that whether Metal Slug characters have appeared in King of Fighters. Because I think Ralph... What did I do that for? I got 10 points. Oh, I guess I can go down there. I think he's an Ikari Warriors dude, and I think the Metal Slug guy here, the one I'm playing as, is Marco, maybe? And I don't know, like I have like my brain's a mess when it comes to this. Like I can sort of picture Metal Slug characters in King of Fighters, maybe as like assist strikers, something, but I can't remember ever actually playing as one. Oh. Yeah, I'd like to go through and like really kind of pick through some of those King of Fighters games as they launch on the Switch. Like, what are the differences between the games? Which ones are the best? How do the character rosters change between each one? This is the boss here. Yeah, the boss here is like kind of your typical, like, I don't know, 70s, 80s style, like, you know, foreign dictator type archetype, I guess. I don't actually know what his name is. But your relationship with this dude changes throughout the games. As the games get weirder, I'll just say, like, he doesn't end up being, like, the final boss in all of the games. So, for better or worse. But it's kind of that, you know, that Japanese thing we see with, like, a lot of these like run and gun shooters. You know, we saw it with Contra and stuff. Like you know, you think you're fighting against like a foreign army, but then it's not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. There we go. That's good. Alright. And that wraps it up. Zero continues. Well, that's because I had 99 lives, so I can't really feel too proud of myself there. But I am proud I didn't die in the first level, even at level 1. I think that's something I can feel good about. I recaptured 20 prisoners, so that's a good deed. And I saved that cat, also. So all in all, I think this was a pretty successful run. You know, I'm gonna keep this going through the credits sequence because I just really, really love it. yeah, I love endings like this. You know, you kind of get like a medley of the different musical themes in the game, and you know, it kind of shows you, you know, the places you've been. Unfortunately, this is a bit macabre. Like, there's rainbows and stuff, but there's also kind of like a lot of dead soldiers. But it still does, you know, that thing I really like with endings, which is kind of your, you know, victory lap, just revisiting, you know, where you've been. You know, you see it in stuff like Link to the Past. I think it does it really well. That's really sad there. Corporation, so good, such a good developer. Sure, I'll register. Peace forever. I agree. Yeah, so isn't Metal Slug just so good? I love this game so much every time, and I love that it's a game you can just sit down and play all the way through in, you know, 20 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes. I have no idea how long this took, but it wasn't long, and it never didn't overstay its welcome. It's just such a great game. I highly recommend that. I mean, get all of the Metal Slug games, but if you were going to get one on Switch that you wanted for just like pick up and play gameplay, I'd really recommend this one. But that is your call to make. But thank you for tuning in. Once again, I am Ryan, and you can find me on Twitter at Brawndwarf, BRAWNDWARF. You can also check out our podcast and blog over at NintendoFunClubPodcast.com. So, thanks again for tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.